Welcome to Whose Review Matters Anyway, the podcast where the show notes are made up and the reviews don't matter. Just like nachos without a
Family.
good fat what? A bag of cheese. About family? Nachos about family? Actually, that is kind of sad. Nachos about family.
Family.
Nacho.
Family makes things better.
Would they bring the cheese? Would they bring queso?
They'll
Yes.
bring the queso.
Actually, no. Now this is a serious question, Mike. Since you're the one with the nacho expertise here, would you
Yeah.
prefer that nacho bag cheese at the theater, or would you prefer queso?
It all depends what kind of queso you're talking about. If you want to talk about like restaurant queso, I would have to think about it depending on what restaurant is bringing the queso. For example, like the queso that I think that I will say a no to, I think it will probably be anything from Taco Bell. That make you shit real bad.
I was thinking like the white queso from like Chipotle or something.
No, 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 no. That's good, dude. That's a good queso.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you would want for your nachos.
Oh, if it's that, yeah, hell yeah. But if it's like a Costco queso, no.
Costco does queso.
They do anything, bro.
That's true. It's gotta buy it in bulk. Ham, would you which kind of cheese would you like?
Any cheese.
Is he
I'll
thinking
eat
about
that shitty ass Kraft.
what?
What? But a crack lady?
You know, shitty ass with the Kraft.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we lost Ham because he's not believing in family with that internet.
You can't handle the cheese question.
No, he's going into the verse. He's glitching.
Oh my!
Ham, come back to us.
Well, anyway, but for him, we're going to just answer for him. He prefers any type of queso except for the Tostitos queso shit that they already have it warmed up already for like 5 years and give it to you and pretend like it's fresh. Not that bullshit. AMC, fix your fucking food.
Yeah,
So
I
what is
don't
that
really.
cheese made?
I don't like queso in the theater.
Yeah, but okay. When I think of when we say queso, I'm thinking like white cheese, not like any sort of like nacho cheese is like the typical orange cheese or yellow
With
cheese, whatever
jalapenos,
color
don't
you want to
forget.
call it. I'm thinking white cheese.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think queso at this point comes at any type of color.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too.
You
When do
know,
they
because
start
we
charging you for cheese?
and this guy over here saying that he prefers white cheese. Fucking
I heard him say Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, those Kraft cheese. I'll eat any Kraft cheese. You know, the ones with the crackers.
I,
You know, the little
that's not
snack one.
okay. That's
Yeah,
not
it's really
okay. That's not okay. Ham, fix your internet too, by the way.
I don't know how.
All right, we got too much to talk about, right? Because we have Guardians from like 5 years ago to talk about,
yep.
and then we got Fast X, which was just a couple weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
and then if we have the time for it, if we feel up to it, we can talk about the PlayStation event that just happened too.
We won't talk about the whole thing. We're just talking about like the highlight of most things. And
And Becky.
No, we're not
no.
talking about Becky.
Becky
You didn't
doesn't
even
have
see the
family.
sequel. You didn't even see the sequel.
It's not in theaters anymore. Couldn't.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, right? There's no like
Mhm.
fancy title for this one, right? They just
Volume
did it.
3? Yeah.
Oh, volume. Yeah, they do volumes. I forgot about that shit. Um, all right. What do we want to say about Guardians 3 before I read the critics thing? What, this is James Gunn's last Marvel film?
Yep, his last film with
Yes.
Marvel until he goes to DC to become the CEO, the Kevin Feige of DC Comics of the films.
Yeah, but for how long is that actually gonna last?
It's James Gunn. I believe it's going to last a couple more than Zack Snyder. I'll tell you that much.
Do we count The Flash under his belt? No, right?
No,
'Cause
no,
No.
no, no.
technically,
Any film that comes out before his films are not canon, and he has mentioned that before.
What
so his
about the
first.
films he made?
Oh, true. The Suicide Squad.
Oh, he
Yeah.
said that doesn't count. He said.
What about
Really?
Peacemaker?
Well, I think that does count. Peacemaker and Suicide Squad. I think. I'm not too sure. We're gonna see.
Because I think what his first one then would be Superman Legacy. Is that the first one he's trying to go
Yeah,
for?
that's the
I believe
first
so.
film he's doing, and then second, I think it's. I forgot already the list, but I mean, like, I don't. I think it's multiple films that he has not announced yet. That's
Right.
going to be a surprise. He did announce a couple other films that he is working on.
So is it the Gunnerverse?
Yeah,
That
literally called the Gunnerverse.
that sounds
Th-
aggressive.
That's what it is.
Give me the Gunner, baby.
Well, see, here's the thing though. Before we really get into Guardians, this is a slight. There's like a 0.00001% chance that this like DC finally is like, oh shit, well he's made Marvel movies and we could use their money. Why don't we just combine universes?
I
Yeah, no, that's
I
going to
see them
be.
being that desperate, but I don't think that's happening.
I don't think it's happening either. I think it's a 0.00000.000
You
negative
can't have 2 points
one.
on a negative. That's not how it works.
Hey, it's infinity.
Ugh. All right. Well, I'm just throwing it out there. All right, Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy Volume 3. And if I'm pulling up the right thing here, this one should be it. IMDb gives Guardians 3 an 8.2 out of 10.
Ooh, okay.
Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 82%.
All right.
Nice. Okay,
Okay.
that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Now, Ham promised to be the DJ since, he took the credit for making all the previous soundtracks for Guardians.
True, true.
So, because of that headliner, 95% of Google users liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
I also did the DJing for the soundtrack for Captain Marvel
Oh fuck me.
because it's
You said
90,
90. What? 92%?
90. Well, it was in the 90s, so there you go.
I can't read.
As in the era of the 90s.
Well, just like Guardians
Uh,
of the Galaxy, they just got to the 90s, and the last one was 2000.
and I do remember that all three of us are big fans of the first and second one. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Like
trying to.
solid films. Like part one was great. Part two was good.
But you have to also think that this one is still coming off a string of like hit or miss movies of Marvel so far. I mean, we've given a lot more yellows, I think, in the Marvel realm than we've given greens as we did in the past.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that is true.
I mean, I still think like to this day, out of everything that's happened after Endgame, Shang-Chi is probably still my favorite MCU movie,
Wow.
including even if you throw in Spider-Man No Way Home.
I was about to ask you that.
I think
Oh,
overall as a whole movie, Shang-Chi is still probably my favorite. Like every
I
time
didn't
we
even like Shang-Chi that much.
I liked it a lot. But like we bring up No Way Home, every time we even when we reviewed it and when we talked about it afterwards, I always kept saying it's like the last hour, that final hour is where it really picks up and actually nails it. So I still think Shang-Chi is entertaining throughout.
Right.
Whereas No
I'll
Way
say
Home,
Doctor
I'm just
Strange
like,
for
I
me.
can skip the first hour.
Yeah, I could too. Once
Okay.
it gets to the either way, either way. Yeah, yeah.
Guardians 3, cards, and then we'll have an open discussion what we liked or do not like about this movie. Mike, what card? How you feeling for Guardians Volume 3?
I saw this film twice in the movie theaters. Green card.
All right, Ham.
Green card.
Wow.
Is that a
I
real green card or is that a hesitant or like?
No, it was a green card. I was just waiting to
he
see.
Okay, okay,
yeah, he said green card right off the bat, no hesitation
Yeah.
there.
okay, okay, okay.
I'm the only one then that I don't see a green card for this movie.
What?
If I would be very over dramatic and very exaggerative if I gave it a red card, but it is a solid film and it's good in general. I'm gonna just give it a yellow though. I have things that bother me about it, but
Mike, boo this man right now.
Boo! Fuck you.
I mean I'll get my first thing out of the way that really bothered me out of this whole fucking
I
movie.
already know.
What is it? Before I say it, then if you already know, what is it?
It's the Atom, bro.
Yeah, he's a fucking joke in this movie. They're like, oh, he's just a teen. Like, he's growing up. He's like a fucking 6-month old instead of a fucking 16-year-old. Like, I hate how Gunn just gets away with this. And it's like, yeah, Drax the Destroyer. Forget the Destroyer part of his name. He's just going to be a joke in this movie. Adam Warlock, the person that was responsible for basically winning the entire Infinity War in the comic books, we're going to make him into a fucking joke in this movie. Like, he was so annoying and so frustrating to watch because he had like I didn't understand his power. Like his powers, like he in the beginning, right when we first see him, he's like fucking wrecking shit, and then he just gets his ass beat like every once in a while. I'm like, well, are you powerful or not? Like I don't understand you. Like you're supposed to be young, right? You broke out of your cocoon early, so I don't know if I read that somewhere, if I heard that somewhere.
No,
No,
that's
said
what
it.
she said, that you woke
Yeah,
him up from his
they said it.
cocoon way too early.
Yeah, which makes it sound like James Gunn had a different idea for how this he wanted this to go, but because they fucked up the Gamora thing, then he's like, well, fuck, like, how am I supposed to adapt this? Well, I can't use Adam Warlock anymore, really. This blows my entire, like, story. And then he had to rewrite it, and then this is what we get. Like, it's just, it's
Sure.
bad. It's jarring. It's so, like, it bothered me every time I saw him on screen, which is a shame because when he got teased in the second one, I was really looking forward to seeing Adam Warlock do shit. He didn't do shit in this movie, and it makes me mad.
You can't say that. He saves what's his name at the end.
Which,
I
I
will
mean,
agree with Sal though.
that leads to another fucking thing I that kind of like annoys me about it
Oh,
is that he's dead. I don't understand how he's not dead.
with the
He's
power of
dead.
love.
He's like, oh god, I can't
It's
even.
family.
I can't even. Well, yeah, no, I was gonna say I can't even use the excuse that he's human because technically, he's a
He's not.
god.
Yeah.
So
Half.
it's just I don't know. Like it's a this whole movie is a nice like little bow to end the entire trilogy, which it makes sense, right? James Gunn's like, I'm done doing Guardians. I don't do any more after this, and this was like his perfect ending for it, and I see it. But for me, it's just not satisfying. It's just like it's too clean. It's almost too much Disney a little bit, where everyone's got this happy ending going on. Like there's no like I guess repercussions. There's no like dire lasting impacts. Everyone's just kind of going their own way, which is cool. We get solo stories maybe because there's a tease that we might still see Star Lord stories. I don't know, but it's just I don't know. It just didn't feel as entertaining maybe or as cohesive as like the first two movies. And the soundtrack is not as memorable as the first two. I can't remember a single song I think out of this entire movie except for the last song where right before they roll the credits. But
Yeah.
that's only because social media is blowing up that last scene all over TikTok and shit. So I'm like, that's the only reason why I remember that one. Otherwise, everything
Nothing's
else I don't remember.
over. Yeah.
So I don't know. Like Rocket Story. If this was a Disney Plus, single 1 hour movie, hour and a half of just Rocket. Like if you took out all the other Guardians bits and just focused on Rocket, this was they nailed it as far as like a Rocket movie. But as a Guardians ensemble movie, I don't know. It felt like it was missing something, and I can't like I was just like, okay, this movie is just okay. Like, yeah, this part's really great. Man, Rocket has a very emotional scene here. God, I understand like now his backstory and all his previous lines and why he said those. Now with his like, we get to see his family, so to speak, his his other friends that he was caged up with. This is awesome, but just everything else around it was just like, I'm over it. Like I just can this movie end already? But that's where I am with
No.
that. So you guys can go.
Ham.
Um. No, I thought. I mean, everybody in the house was crying. I swear, with some of the scenes. No, I thought it was great. I mean, it was fun time. Sometimes not so fun, just because people were like, "Oh no, not the animals." But I like the what is it? The whatever Earth, counter Earth. Was somewhat interesting. I liked how they wrapped up. Well, you know what? No, maybe I'll wait for the next movie. We can talk about something else there. But it did feel a little flat with Quills just ending up on Earth. I think they made it feel like it was that was the wrap up, but I don't know. I was maybe expecting something else, but maybe he will return in whatever. Um, Raccoon. Yeah, I think you do feel that James Gunn was finishing a movie where these characters maybe still had more stories to tell. But I don't know. Movie made people feel shit, so I think it was good.
I don't know. The ending just kind of made it feel like here's like the start of these Disney Plus series that we're gonna announce at our next event.
Sure,
And
sure.
that was it. It's like kind of felt like a Mando feeling a little bit.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Hmm. Mike.
Um, I will tell. I probably will get rid of my negatives first. Definitely for Adam Warlock. I will definitely agree with Sal. Because the whole entire time, I was explaining to my wife, I was like, Adam Warlock is not like that in the comics. He's actually a very strong, powerful person that could stop Thanos. Was like one of the only people that were able to stop him. And in this film, they made him into a little baby bitch. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping some type of comedy relief. With the whole thing with the animal pet that he had, and somewhat, and a couple of parts of the film felt a little bit more like dragged on, where I was like, this film is very long. It felt very long as well too. Um, where I felt like there might be some parts that they could have like shaved off, uh, to make it a little bit more shorter, but it's like whatever. But if you could just hang on to it, like hang on, just hang in there, and just ignore some pacing issues that this film kind of has, I think you'll be okay. Um,
So you think this movie would have helped if it was shorter?
it could have definitely shaved off a little bit more.
But so does that like I feel like you add on to support what I'm saying is like we just focus on Rocket. This movie's great. It's a great Rocket story, and like all the other
Yeah,
parts of the Guardians feel like they didn't really do anything that was like substantial or like significant in the movie. Not even I can't remember what Quill did in this movie that really mattered. Like
he was just trying to help out a friend. Like he was the one. Like he out of everybody, he's the one that stood out for me the most because he was the one that was actually out there making plans of how to save Rocket. I felt
yeah,
like
but
he was
that
the one that was more in a rush than everybody else did.
and like but that again brings me back to it's this Rocket. It's all about Rocket. And I don't have a problem with Rocket. Like again, I still think it's a great Rocket movie, but all the extra stuff, all the excessive like journeying from this planet to this planet, the dialogue, like every scene that didn't
Mhm.
really have Rock in it, I was like, do we really need this? Or can this be shortened just a little bit so that way we can just keep the story going? That's how I kind of felt, and that's when you're saying all this stuff about like some parts could be shaded off. That's how I'm kind of feeling about it. Is that
Mhm.
just focus on the Rocket stuff, and then not even call it a volume 3. Just this is just Rocket Raccoon.
So yeah, you would have been happy if it was just called Rocket and Friends.
Rocket
Maybe.
and Family,
Yeah,
starting Vin Diesel. Oh
yeah,
shit! I forgot he is in this film.
yeah.
um, I don't know. The thing is, what threw me off a little bit was towards the ending of the kids. You know, I was just like, oh my god! Like now we're adding like another side story of the kids, or like some shit like that. Like it's a lot. This film has a lot of things, and you could definitely tell that there were supposed to be more upcoming films of Guardians, or a couple more stories for James Gunn to explain, and maybe future films. But since he's already being rushed out of Marvel because he's going to go to work on DC, he put in, I think, most like the important things that he wanted to work on into this film, So that's why I think that's why it's long, because I think the main storyline that I think he was trying to focus on was Rocket. That's 100%, because Rocket's storyline in this film is, you could just easily tell that they took their time. They made sure that they showed a lot of things that was going on with Rocket, and very emotional. It was kind of hard for me to sit down twice to, like, I was not looking forward to, like, sitting there and just feeling pain. Like, I don't know, I felt so depressed. I'm an animal guy, so it was kind of hard to really see the torture and, like, the sadness and everything like that. But in the end, like, it just felt satisfying because it does have, like, some type of happy ending, a little bow on it and everything. So, like, now going towards my positive side, like, the movie still has its charm for me, just like the first and second one. It has
Hmm.
a lot of different type of characters that do bring some comedy relief, and I do like the interaction with one another. It's a very, like, disjoint film, but for me, I think that's what was the strength of it. There's a lot of things going on. Everybody has different types of emotions, and they're trying to figure out what is their next goal, and that's what I liked about the film. That from the beginning, you see that they're like building it up from the ground up, and in and towards the end, you see what they're going to do. It was kind of sad to see everybody go. It was very emotional. The villain, I'm okay with him. I
I
was
thought it
getting
was good.
on. I thought he was okay. I
Really?
felt like, yeah, because there were some parts where I was like, why are you yelling?
I was gonna say he's like kind of overacted a little bit in
A
this
Yeah,
little
movie.
for
bit.
sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, of course, there's some parts where I'm like, yeah, he's a fucking dick. Like, my God, like, he's a mad scientist. But there's some parts where I'm
Yeah.
like, really, like, what is so threatening about him besides him be creating his own world? But I don't know. There's just some parts where I'm like, okay, so he's very strong, but he was very easily defeated towards the end.
Yeah, that's the thing I couldn't understand his power levels too. Is that like he has like psychic powers or shit, right? Like he's able
Yeah,
to pull people with it's kind of like the Kane situation where
yeah,
Kane
Yeah.
like was all fucking powerful and is able to blast shit and stuff, but then he gets run over by a few ants here and there and like how does this make sense? Like yeah, like high evolutionary like he the actor I think did fine. Like he's a cool guy and the villain is cool, but like I think he just kind of overdid the part a little bit because I'm with you, Mike. I'm like, why are you really yelling like this? Like, yeah, you're a fucking psycho, but like, I think you don't have to sell us on this anymore. I think we were sold a while back. Can you just tone it down a bit?
yeah. I just felt like the villain. Yeah, I felt the same way too. Like, it's just, there were some parts I was like, what's the point of yelling? What's the point of, like, of certain things where you didn't really need to do all that stuff? But I guess that's what they wanted, and he delivered. But to me, it was a little bit, I don't know, he, like, for this villain, like, to be on the list of all the Marvel great villains, I don't think he's on that list. But I think he's on top of the list of, like, no, I don't know how to say this, like, the forgettable villains. I don't I think he's, like, the most forgettable villain of, like, in the bottom, somewhat in the middle of, like, memorable and not memorable. If that makes any
Okay,
sense.
I he's not that forgettable, but he's also not that rememberable.
Exactly. Like, he's
But
like,
he's in the middle of the list.
he's in the middle, but I wouldn't want to put him in the middle because of, like, to me, in the middle is like Ultron.
Hmm.
Ultron is like the middle for me. So, like, I wouldn't put him next to Ultron. Like, I will probably put him next to,
Whiplash.
oh my God, probably maybe Whiplash, maybe.
I like Whiplash.
Or
You just liked him
maybe
because he had alcohol all the time.
or maybe I will put him towards, fuck, maybe the Red Skull.
Uh, I don't know if I would agree to that,
We'd
but
have to see your list. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't have a list. I'm just making shit up as I go. All right, buddy.
all right.
But
Going back to your positive.
overall, I saw this film twice. I didn't want to see it the second time, like on my own. My brother didn't watch the film, so he asked me if I wanted to go with him, and I said yes. So that's why I saw it the second time. I liked it. I liked it on my second viewing than my first. I enjoy the film. If you're an animal lover, the film is somewhat kind of hard to sit down and because there's some very like heartbreaking moments in this film that carries on with you, but it does have a satisfying ending. That's why I give it a green card. I recommend the film. Who has not watched, who has not seen it. If you have Disney Plus and you want to wait, definitely wait, and you can watch it there.
Yeah, I don't know if I
You,
could recommend it. I don't know. Like it's okay.
how do you guys feel about the F bomb?
I thought it was dumb.
It was irrelevant.
I thought it was funny. Open the
I think
fucking door.
I think it was just over talked about. I
Yeah,
think
you mean
like
hype?
who's
I,
hyped for that? Like, oh man, I can't wait till the F bomb in this movie. Who the
That's
hell is hyped for that? Something like
that's what
that.
it made it seem like. They're like, oh, it's the first one ever. I'm like, okay, make it good. Wasn't.
Yeah, it was kind of like I don't know, like expected, and that kind like I don't know. I would find it funny in a situation that you would normally not hear that word being said, but
oh,
because we probably felt the frustration with the hit character, it's like yeah, of course he'll say fucking open the door. Like that makes sense. That's common.
Do you
oh,
think James Gunn was the one who was pushing for that?
probably.
And then in the interviews, Chris Pratt said that like everybody in Marvel in general is trying to get away with saying the F word.
Huh. Okay.
Like
Also,
it's not just a
too.
Guardians thing. It's just like anyone, any movie is trying to get away with it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just like saying like in the beginning of television, like using the word bitch or shit,
Yes.
where you could able to hear that in live TV or some television shows on TV. Also, too,
Yeah. South
quick
Park got.
question. I thought this was kind of like weird when Rocket defeated the High Evolutionary, whatever his name is. Um, when Drax said kill him, and Guardians like Rocket is like no, because I'm the Guardian, I'm part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like not too long ago, didn't you just kill people in the hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was I don't know. I was like I don't get it.
No, it's funny. I got you.
Okay,
That's the punchline. Got it. Green card.
green card.
All right. So two greens. You guys are gonna settle. I'm still gonna settle for a yellow. I'm not gonna be dramatic and give it a red. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's just my own personal like. I hate the way things are done with certain characters in the MCU. So and just I don't know. Like
Yeah. Don't bring up the Mandarin.
it didn't. It didn't feel like a very as much of an ensemble kind of movie than the first two. I think the first two did each Guardian respectively well in their own story bits, whereas this one was definitely heavily
It
rocket
definitely was
influenced.
unbalanced.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What's the next Marvel movie? Actually, now that we're bringing that up, hold on. What?
Oh, the next one I think is the
Marvels.
Marvels. Yeah, the Marvels.
And that's in November.
November, yes, and then in between, I think we have Secret Invasion.
Oh, that's right. That's coming up soon, actually.
Yeah, Echo,
Oh, and then there's a lot of talk about Echo
and
because that's the
then
first series that where all the episodes are dropping at once.
Whoa.
oh, and
Yeah.
Echo, really?
Yeah, they're dropping all the episodes on the premiere date.
Oh my God, that's phenomenal.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, I think that already gives hints as to how they feel about it.
Oh
Uh-oh.
man.
I mean, the character wasn't that really great and fully
No.
fleshed out anyway in the series, so
Or maybe I think that's the reason why they're dropping it all at once.
maybe, maybe.
They're confident, but they're
Okay.
not
Well,
confident with people feeling confident for this
last
hero
thing
that brings out the
last thing about
confidence.
Marvel, we would probably at this time Spider-Verse had come out, but one of us has not watched it yet. Ham. So that conversation is gonna have to wait, even though everyone is talking about. Literally, everybody is talking about it at this moment.
Yeah. Well,
Not me.
we have to meet up and grab drinks for this film.
I guess
I'll grab.
I have choice words for this movie.
Oh my god.
Me too.
Okay. What's next? Fast X. Because I can't say Fast and Furious anymore. Thank God they shortened the title. All right, Fast X, the 10th movie in this godforsaken franchise that has been going on for way too long.
Technically 11
Is it 11?
because Hobbs and Shaw
No.
Uh,
is part of the world.
because the end credit scene connects with this one. So,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, it's the 11th movie in the Fast and
Facts.
Furious verse. How about
Universe.
that?
Yeah,
Yes. And in this
sure.
film, they're messing with multiverse.
And if we all remember the last movie, they went into space with their duct tape vehicle.
Yeah.
Because how can you top that?
And they made their car into Spider Man.
All right, Fast X, IMDb gives it a
Yeah.
6.3 out of 10.
Wow, that's high.
Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 55%.
That's
Ouch.
too high.
Now, Ham promised a Corona for every ticket admission into this movie. And,
And a barbecue.
and he grilled up some food because everyone's his family when they go to the movies, which is why 90% liked
Wow.
Fast X.
Wow.
You must have sold a lot of extra Corona there.
Yeah.
It plays a reggaeton.
All right. Cards, Mike, what are you gonna give Fast X Part 1? Which I guess we
Did
can
I
talk
get my
about
Becky
later.
card yet?
You did to God, what was that? Was it Future Warriors? Yeah, it was for the Future Warriors.
Was it Future Warriors?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What the
Alright.
fuck was Future Warriors?
Let's
It's a
focus on this
Netflix
movie,
fucking.
please.
This, at this point, I'm gonna go back to watch Future Warriors. Fuck it. Since I don't have my Becky card with me, it's a obvious red card for me.
Okay.
A fast
Ham?
red.
Uh,
You motherfucker. You
uh,
motherfucker. Don't you fucking dare. You
uh,
lower that fucking card right now.
I'm going to say yellow for now.
I'm gonna fucking.
I can
Wait, yellow for now, as in you were torn between yellow and red or yellow and green?
yellow and red. I can easily be talked down to a red. And FYI, I did not see like the last 15 minutes because I fell asleep.
And he watched it in 4DX.
Was that the dam? Was that the last 15 minutes? That had to
I
have been,
don't
right?
know because I fell asleep.
Did you not
Fuck.
did they take his son? Did you know that part?
Yeah, I think I remember. The last thing I sort of remember was him trying to push those missiles in the car or whatever with John Cena. I
Oh, super side tangent. I know we left Guardians, but I just wanted to say this because you just reminded me because John Cena could have played Adam Warlock. And I don't that could have possibly made it better.
Yo, that's true.
interesting. Maybe.
Just saying. All right, going back to John Cena and Fast X. So that was the
So I,
last thing
I
you remember seeing?
yeah, it was the kid like trying to make the missile shoot out of the car or whatever.
All right, spoilers, people. Spoilers.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Spoilers.
the only thing
Fat
that happened
spoilers.
after that, like Dom gets his son back, but then is trapped at a dam, and then his buddies, the three people, what was it? Fuck, was
They get shot down by the secret
Yeah, I
agent
didn't see
that.
that fake out. I didn't see that.
Oh, okay, yeah. He got shot out by the plane got shot out by that secret agent that he was working with. That buff guy, that white buff guy.
Yeah, that's
Be-
Clint Eastwood's. Oh no, that's Aquaman.
Yeah, but the detective, the
The
cop,
detective,
the
the cop, the FBI agent, the one that was tracking down Dom.
Oh no, that's Aquaman.
no.
That's Jack Reacher.
No, he played Aquaman in Smallville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, do you
Oh,
remember him?
Holy shit! So we had a multiverse of Aquaman
Yes.
oh my
into the
god!
Aquaverse.
Yep. And then
I
the
didn't know
other white
that.
guy.
Well, this gets my gold card then. Fuck.
Fuck
Yep.
you.
And then the other white guy was Clint Eastwood's son. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so he shoots down the plane with Dom's other three friends that were in there, the
Yeah.
hacker, the Asian guy, and Tyrese
And
Gibson,
then
right? And
Dom
then
goes surfing on top of the fucking wall, going down with the car.
yeah, so Jason Momoa just blows up the dam or is about to ram Dominic Toretto, but then he drives his fucking car down the dam, and then the whole thing just blows up, and now we have Dom and his son like just lay like in the water down there
Yeah. Oh,
looking
and
at
by the
Jason
way,
Momoa.
last shot, Gal Gadot came out of a submarine.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I
character's
heard
back.
that.
Which
I
you
heard
gotta
that.
remind me, how did she died, right?
She died in six from the airplane where she
Are you sure
where
it was
this
six?
yeah, it was six. Six is six or seven. It was one of no, I think it was six.
I
I
How
think
did
it
she
was
I
die? I can't remember how she died.
so she died when they were going down the plane chasing this guy, Shaw's brother. He was the villain at that time. They were chasing the airplane that was taking off with a whole bunch of explosions, I think, and
Yes.
she fell
Okay, I
off the
remember.
plane.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I remember. Yep. Got
and
it.
body was never traced. Body was never recovered. We just assumed that she died,
All right.
and she showed up, and she yeah, she's
Because no
alive.
one dies in the Fast saga.
No, John Cena's still alive. They just made him seem like fucking died. But let's just yeah. So yeah. Wait? What was your card again?
Oh, gold card, obviously.
Oh, I fucking hate you.
Oh, wait. That gold is a little dull. I'm gonna go settle for a yellow.
I
really
am going to ram
Here,
fuck you
here's the
with my
okay,
car.
Mike,
like
come
Fast
on.
and Furious.
Here's the thing we have to all agree on. Like, here's the thing that I don't care what you say about this movie because I can agree with a lot of stupid shit about this movie. But let's just get the biggest highlight, which I feel like is probably the best and probably the most entertaining part. But fucking
Jason
Jason
Momoa.
Momoa had the fucking time of his life doing this
No,
role,
well,
and I was
okay.
Yeah,
there
he
for it.
did.
I
He did.
enjoyed every single second that Jason Momoa was there. I was like, God damn, you should be a villain in every movie. You know what? Let's go back to Iron Man and replace you into that
No,
movie. Let's go
no.
back to
So
Infinity War and to put you instead of Thanos. Like, I would watch you in anything if you're the villain because you were just fucking loving it. And like, I feel like you're not even really reading the script or memorize your lines. You're just like enjoying what was happening in the moment, and you just went for it. You just sold it. You were a psycho lunatic. We uncovered more about your character and like how you're really like what, bipolar or something like that. And you just like you nail that character to a T. Like that,
I
he was the biggest highlight where I'm just like, when's the next Jason Momoa scene? Because I just want to watch that. Like, fuck everything else that's happening right now. Like, Jason Momoa has made and carried that entire movie.
no. This is what I hate is that I think Mike is right. What he wrote there. I swear the director was like, just be the Joker, and you could see it evidently, and it was just I did not like it. I every time I'm like he's just doing the
What?
Joker. He's just doing the Joker. He's just like every
He was
like
a he's a better Joker than fucking
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
so am I, but
You,
it just it
you
was
you don't you didn't enjoy it like when he was like having that conversation with the two dead cops or whatever on the chair, and he's like, "Oh, here's your drink." Like,
I just kept saying I mean it was just like oh he's doing the Joker. He's doing the Joker. Like it got old real fast, and I don't know. I just it was very obvious. Like no, like oh, who is that character? That's the Joker. There
but
we
in the
go.
grand scheme of all fast movies since number 5, the biggest, probably the best part of this entire saga.
Oh, so what
I
did they? That was his main color too, purple. Guess whose main color is purple? The Joker.
I don't see anything wrong with this conversation. I don't get it.
I Not Joker.
What were you gonna say, Mike?
I was gonna agree with you that he is the best part of the film. The
Sure.
I was telling my wife the whole entire time when he was talking to the two dead people. That reminded me of fucking Joker at Endgame when he like overall like that's some shit that Joker would do, and that's like some psychotic shit. But the thing is that besides all the stupid bullshit that's happened in this film, he is the one that holds it all together, and he's making it entertaining. I don't give two fucks about anybody else in this film. I wanted more of him. That's the only thing.
Okay, so now let's go back to the entirety of the film. First, another thing, I hope we can't all agree that this isn't better than the last one because I can't remember shit in the last movie other than they went into fucking space with a duct tape car.
Well, everyone
Kind
showed up.
of.
Even
I,
the Tokyo Drift guys showed up in the last one.
I kind of make this film equally as 9, but I would say this film is slightly better just because of Momoa.
But I think our expectations now, starts to play into this because now I go into a fast movie thinking there ain't nothing worse they can do other than that duct tape the car that goes into space. Like literally, I am going to just expect to see shit. Like that's all I'm going to see. And in this movie, I felt like it was better than shit. Not like fine wine shit, but like I'd rather get the wine from Target and not from Walmart kind of shit. Like that's the kind of thing I would go for in this movie. Like I felt like it was just better overall because now I can't expect like a serious like everything makes sense kind of like no people are just gonna die quote unquote and then eventually they'll probably come back 2-3 movies
Yeah,
from now
yeah.
or
I can't
they
wait
they
to
fall
find
from
out.
like they fall from like 20 miles high. That's fine, they'll live. Like let's just see what happens next. Like i I don't know, like I just think now because my expectations were so shot from the last one, this movie as a whole it was fine, and Jason Momoa carried it, and I was like, you know what, I'm entertained throughout the whole movie because I can't expect anything realistic anymore.
I don't know, man. Like I just felt the way that this film was shot was poorly. There's always so many shot scenes of Dom looking at fucking the sky, and then he'll turn around with his muscles flexing with a mean face, and then just a dramatic song in the back. Like there's at least like 5 shots of that, and it's just like, okay, that's just so like fucking 90s ish. What's going on with it? And then everyone else like fucking like Ludacris and all the other group, because the thing is what bothering with this film was just the jump scenarios of each other person. Like each and other person are dealing with their own thing, but it's not entertaining. Of course, Dom's stuff, that's the part of the film. That's the film. But with Letty stuck in the prison, that didn't go anywhere for me. That was just boring as shit. And the other group, they're just fucking idiots, and but they're supposed to be some type of scientist. I mean, some genius, computer whiz or whatever. But that didn't go anywhere except for just bringing Shaw over and them getting shot the fuck down off of a plane. That's the only relevancy that I see of that group. But everything else, like, it's just Dom's film. It's just like you could have leave everybody else at home and just bring Dom, and that's it. Of course, like his kid in the beginning of the film, like I think it's fucking. I started off saying, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like the sun is already drifting in that fucking muscle car.
Oh yeah, I already
Like,
knew. I'm like, that's the sun. That's the sun. That's the sun. Wait for the reveal. There it is.
there it
Ah.
is.
But
But
again, you can't expect realism anymore from this movie ever since the last one. Actually,
I
ever since
mean,
probably number 6 or 7. But you just can't. Like, yeah, of course it's gonna be the kid. Like, that's not. It's not gonna be funny or
I,
entertaining if Dom is the one doing it.
I mean,
but how stupid? What?
you can tell the quality and caliber of the movie when when your celebrity cameo is Pete Davidson.
Oh my god, yeah. Like I didn't understand the whole baby powder stuff that Tyrese was throwing when he got his ass kicked. Like, what was the point of that? Like
I
just
don't
baby
know.
powder,
I
baby
don't know.
powder.
That's what they did with pimps or something, slapping their. I can't even say that now. I
But
guess
okay,
I don't know.
I just want to say one thing, right? like John Cena's character in this film, honestly, it's completely 360 turnaround.
180.
180. My bad. I'm speaking like this fucking movie now. It's a 180 of how he was so
Yeah.
serious. He was so fucking like a killer and everything. Now he's
But in that defense,
fun
no, I'm not.
uncle.
I agree with you. I agree with what you're about to say because that really was jarring for me too. But then he makes a point at the end when he's hugging the kid, where like Dom showed him like what it means to be part of family. Because remember when we last saw him, he was like outcasted. He was like he ran away from family. He had issues with with his brother. Now he sees the importance of it, which is why he turned more into like, happy-go-lucky uncle as opposed to like serial killer kind of person. Yes, I agree, it's very like drastic the change, but at the end of it I'm just like, yeah, you know what, yeah, I get it, I get where they were trying to go with it.
Yeah, but that's almost every villain that they have, or somebody that now is on the group. They become,
Family, yeah, that's the
yeah,
whole theme of this entire saga is
Was
family.
that the mom in the beginning of the film?
That was
the one
the
who got
mom.
shot. Yes,
She got shot.
the one where Cipher
No,
kills in front
I'm
of
talking about
Dom.
the no. I'm talking about the barbecue. Like, is that Dom's
Oh yeah,
mom?
she comes out of nowhere. What was that like? Like she's been in the family this entire time? Yeah, that's supposed to be the mom.
It's
Yeah,
like
she was
when's the
in. She wasn't she in the last film? She had to have been. Whatever John
No,
Cena was. Yes. No, I've seen her
no,
before.
because it was all about the dad.
No, but the mom was also talked to about the situation. The mom has shown up. I promise you, the mom has shown
We
up.
promise, man. I have.
you promise? You promise?
I promise you. I promise you another Fast movie that the
Oh my
mom showed
god.
up.
Okay, but okay. What else? Okay. So
I'm gonna have to look this up.
the beginning scene, whatever. They're trying to look for a mission, but in the end, you find out that it's a fake mission because Jason Momoa is trying to torture and kill the family and stuff like that. That yada yada yada, big explosion. That's bullshit. The whole car thing with a bomb. Because how many times does a bomb need to get fucking hit for it
Yeah,
to
how many times
explode?
do you see a ball that's in a circle of sphere?
For real. Um, oh, Brie Larson in this film. I didn't under. What happened to Mr. Nobody? Where did he go?
I
Didn't
don't think what's his name wanted to be in the movie.
I think he was wasn't he retiring or something? Like I thought he was like done. Like he was at the end of his career in the last movie or
I
something.
just think Kurt Russell didn't want to do it.
Probably, but I think there was like
Oh, really?
a easy segue for him to like be out. I think that's what they had set it up from the last movie.
Well,
I
Brie
I, I don't know.
Larson.
I thought he was like I thought he was like not expected to come back because he was like ending something a part of his career or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, but Brie Larson being in this film was fine. Like,
Okay,
was fine.
I think
I'm
that's the
very
highest
surprised.
compliment
Um,
Mike has ever
Yeah.
given Brie Larson.
it's just because like what she had to work with, there was nothing to work with. Like,
Well, no, I also
I
agree
thought
that
I
they're
thought it
just
was just completely stupid. Like her going inside the prison, showing Letty the chain, and not knowing that there's fucking cameras everywhere inside of a fucking prison. Like they know where that chain is, who owns that chain, and like they know that they're looking for him, and you're just gonna pop that chain right in front of Letty and do like a fake like stabbing. Like I thought that was so dumb. Um, what else? It was just oh my god, there's so much. Oh, the racing scene.
Wait, they knew about the no, they knew about the necklace and they called it out too when they reviewed
But
it, which is why they went after Dom.
that's the thing though. How are you going to just show it right there in front of Letty in a cell that there's cameras right looking at you and Letty?
I don't know if it changes anything.
I mean, it does because they because she
he's
okay
saying
she
it's dumb. It was dumb,
it was
dumb.
dumb because she automatically said that they cannot hear us because I tamper with the
Right.
voice stuff. Okay, you could have just easily just talked to her without showing the necklace, but you show the necklace anyways, and it fucks Dom over.
I'm trying to remember what happened after that. I mean, I'm sure you're right. I don't remember it being that
Because
much of a big deal.
that's when the agent went to the cameras because he saw that Mrs. Nobody went into that prison. He saw the camera in the cell, and she's like, "Oh, he's working with them."
Yeah,
You know what? Track the last place that she was at, and somehow it led them to Brazil. I don't fucking know how they went to Brazil. I don't know how they found him in Brazil, but they found him in Brazil. And then that's when crazy shit happened and everything like that. But it makes no sense to me. Like, what's the point of you tampering with the voice stuff, the voice security stuff, if you still have the necklace and you're going to show her the necklace? Like, I don't know. I'm over. You know what? I'm fucking overthinking this. It's a fucking fast film, man. But regardless, the racing scene, I
There was
just
a
didn't give
racing
a
scene.
fuck.
There was a racing scene.
There was a
the one with
racing
the
scene. You
bombs
remember?
underneath the cars.
Underneath the cars, like, oh,
I
Dom,
mean,
you have to
I guess.
choose. I was like, I don't fucking care what happens to these people. I just want to see more Momoa. Yeah,
So green card.
fuck you.
Ham, what are your takes on the movie? We haven't heard much on your good or bad of the movie.
Hey man, I fell asleep. Yeah, like I said, I really didn't like. Of course, yes, he did carry it, but also, like you said, it was shit. So he was carrying shit. Um, the kid, I, I don't know. I did think that the three people or whatever you want to call them, that it was dumb. Shaw shows up, cool. Um, uh, I guess you could sort of see something with oh, it's not even three people, it's four people. It's what's his name from Tokyo Drift, Ludacris, other guy,
Oh yeah,
uh
it's four people, and then
woman.
the computer
Yeah.
girl.
So yeah, I don't know. Their side story was dumb. Uh
It was
John C-
pointless, in my opinion.
sure. John Cena and the kid also somewhat pointless. Um what is it? She does Letty and what's her name? Pointless. What do they just do? Go to that place, Antarctica? I guess wasn't it?
Yeah, Antarctica. Yeah.
Yeah, but we won't know until the next movie.
Oh,
Exactly. So what did they actually do?
also
we
too.
we won't know until the next movie.
Yeah.
Also too. One thing. Also too. Do you guys remember the movie Naked Gun?
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember when he was at the Oscar and they kept on passing the bomb and everybody kept on smacking their head?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Everybody in my theater did the same shit when the kid was in the back of the truck and he got kidnapped.
Mm.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Um. Yeah. I just. This is a fast movie. The Rocket League scene was somewhat interesting. The racing I thought was dumb because they went back to racing, but then it's like, oh, we have. How did I not
Tricks.
know? Or what was it? Bombs under the cars. Like, okay, that's crazy. Maybe
Well, they
no.
had inside people. Remember, like half of that group that was there were like on Momoa's side.
Also, that was dumb. Everybody has guns. Like,
This guy's petting the guns. That was funny.
I was like, okay, and like all the other people around them, it's like you guys don't have guns. Like, what's gonna happen?
Somebody
I
took out Snickers.
Yeah, I think there was one thing I thought was cool, but I forget what that was.
The
Um,
end credits.
yeah,
Oh,
uh,
we gotta talk about that too.
yeah, I did wake up
Oh
for
my
the end
god, yeah.
credits. uh,
Actually, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, eh, eh. What and wasn't the last? Was it the last one or the one before that? They ended up in Antarctica as well with the submarine.
That was a couple movies back, I think.
Oh, that was 7. Or no, that was 8. That was 8.
Yeah,
That's when Dom got
Family.
yeah,
when he got his
uh
son.
When he
Yeah,
got his first son, yeah, when he got
yeah.
his son
So
the
yeah,
first
all of
time.
these are just I don't even know which one's which anymore.
Um, so talking about the mid credit scene, what did you guys think about the reveal? Did you guys saw it coming? Were you guys surprised about it? Because
Spoilers,
there
right? I
was
mean, we're talking spoilers. Like we knew. Wait, we're talking Dwayne Johnson, right?
yes, yes, yes.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. He didn't make money at all from Black Adam, so I'm sure he had to like put his
Um,
nose in somewhere.
it surprised me.
It surprised me because I remember hearing the reason why he wasn't in the other ones is because Vin Diesel and him fought during filming.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
but
of creative differences.
he okay. Uh, he needs money. He needs money. What is he doing right now? That's giving
Do
him
you
money?
think The Rock
Nothing.
needs money?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
so.
I mean, he did recently publish a video of him explaining why he returned. And it sounded believable. It could have been other things, but he just said like, you know, him and Diesel were having conversations of like, besides them not able to work with each other, to put that in the past. Let's finish the story that was originally written and fans will enjoy it. And he said that, you know, the the project is bigger than both of them, so that's why they came together and to
Uh,
work again.
that's
Apparently,
PR bullshit.
yeah, PR bullshit.
We'll
But
see.
like, but the next thing they're saying, and again, this is all hearsay. Like, his this movie is going to be a spin-off movie.
I heard
So
that as well.
it's not going to be Fast. It's not going to be Fast 11 or Fast X Part 2 or whatever. It's just going to
Well,
be. It's just going to be a spin-off.
I do have I do wonder because I don't know if you guys saw Hobbs and Shaw.
I did.
You
yeah.
remember towards the end that he was talking to the villain who was behind everything on the phone, like we're going to find you and stuff like that. I'm wondering if that was Momoa
Mm,
that trying to bring them down.
Oh, maybe.
maybe, but you mean the end credit scene?
Yeah, of Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, you mean in Hobbs and Shaw? Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Maybe.
So you say mid-credit scene? There's nothing else, right? That was it.
There's nothing else, just that, like just the
Yeah.
big
Because the
reveal.
movie
Like,
ends on a cliffhanger. We don't know if those people survive, which they did. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And then of course Dom is gonna, go chilling with his son for a little bit and regroup somewhere
oh,
else.
I'm calling it right now. Mister Nobody shows up and saves them.
Probably. I mean, again, there's no realism in these movies.
Brian
Stop
shows up.
expecting too much out of these movies. That'd
Brian
be
shows
like if
up.
I go to a Transformers movie and then expect actually some good cinema. Nope.
Bro, fucking Spider Verse was more real than fucking Fast 10. Like for
Well,
Eh,
we're
real.
eh,
we're not
eh.
talking about Spider Verse now.
Oh, we're talking
All I'm
about it.
saying is
Okay,
Brian
so
is showing up
Spider
to
Verse.
save the day.
You watch your mouth. I got choice words for that movie.
I'm telling you, Brian's gonna show up and save the day.
Oh,
Too soon.
I can see that happening,
Oh,
right? Because of
Actually,
the
you know what? It was actually really nice to see Paul Walker's daughter in this film.
who was that?
The lady in the airplane
the
that was giving
lady
out
in the
snacks. The girl
airplane.
in the brunette.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Oh
I
wait,
mean,
the one that helped him with the key thing.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
John Cena and John Cena and the
Gotcha,
kid.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
oh, well then green card.
Yeah, sure, why not? So overall, I'm sticking with my red. Ham, are you staying with your yellow?
I'm gonna stay with my yellow, and I only recommend people who are already invested and have seen all the
Oh
other
yeah,
films.
yeah. I'm on the same page with him. Like, don't. If this is your first Fast movie, just stop. Just
Yeah,
stop. Stop your car. Go to Wawa, pick up a soda, and then look at Fandango and be like, "What else is playing right now?" Because I guarantee you,
I
there's a bunch other movies you could be watching instead of Fast and Furious. Like, just
I
don't.
honestly will recommend. Oh god, sorry guys, I'm a little sleepy. I hardly I if I will recommend anything is if you guys want to start watching, the Fast series if you never watched it. 1 to 5,
Yep.
5 being the best film,
Yep.
and it just ends up in a good note. It's good. There's nothing left for it to be more than what you need. You know, to me, the story ended with 5.
100% agree. And if you want to skip that third one, Tokyo Drift, that's fine too. But
Yeah,
Whoa, whoa,
Tokyo Drift
whoa,
wasn't
whoa,
that
whoa!
good,
I thought
honestly.
Tokyo Drift was better than the second one.
Mm, it's almost equal, but Paul Walker's in that film, so that makes the movie better.
You don't
Mike
even
likes
know
white.
what happened in that second one.
Mike
I
likes
do.
white
Too
guys.
Fast, Too Furious. I owned it.
I'm just saying, what happens in it?
The
What do you mean it
drifting.
happens in it? They're in Miami. They're trying to stop the guy in a boat.
It's like every Fast and the Furious movie. They're in
They,
that place and they're trying to stop that one bad guy.
Well,
And
now for the Fast and Furious though, that's like 10 minutes of part of the movie.
yeah, you just need to watch the ending of that film. Letty
remember when they
dies
used
in
to
that
street
film.
race in their movies?
There's is a street race. Well, Too Fast, Too Furious. There's a street race with a Mercedes.
Yeah, everything was street race up until I think it was four. Was it four they stopped the street racing?
Yeah, because that's when everything got serious, like Fast
Yep.
and the Furious, where Dom is trying to find the killers for Letty, who killed Letty,
Yep.
and walk. Brian is already a cop. Towards the end, they help out Dom escape prison, and that's when 5 comes in, and 5 is literally the best action film in the franchise. Like literally, I think
It
it's
starts to get
actually
a little silly at five. Like, well, actually, it starts to get silly in general at five. But it's like you just accept it because it looks cool, kind of silly.
yeah, and it's just well acted, well like the film is just it's one of those perfect action films for me.
Yep, agreed.
So yeah, so we got 2 yellows and 1 red. I don't know if you guys, anybody, any of the listeners saw it. If they agree with us, agree with I don't know, 3 of us, me, more likely. Write in the comments, in our Instagram.
That too. Which, by the way, Mike, since you brought it up, social media Q.
Do
Oh,
that
hey, social
thing.
media queue. Yeah, guys, since I already brought it up, hey, follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, YouTube, on Whose Reviews Matters Anyway, or WRMA Cast. Write us an email at drunkcop.ateacher@gmail.com. And I don't think we're going to have time to talk about PlayStation, are we?
Oh
No.
shoot. Uh, I don't know. Do we want to do
PlayStation. Nope.
lightning round?
Um, lightning round. Yeah, I'm just gonna just mention, besides Spider Man
Yeah,
being
fuck that.
the highlight of the show. I really did like Phantom Zero, the Souls looking game with the samurai. Helldivers 2.
Oh, he's actually talking about games. Okay.
And I don't think anything else. Overall, it was a very disappointing showcase.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really just show just a couple games, a lot of indie games, and
No,
then just expect Spider-Man to be the best thing ever. But hey, Xbox does it with Halo, so
I just need whoever runs the show out of all video game companies to stop doing like the third party shit needs to be its own separate thing.
it
Like
does.
if you're gonna do a showcase, right, which everyone hyped up because you haven't done a showcase in a couple years, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, PlayStation's got something to show." Uh, You literally every game, okay, every other game was not a PlayStation exclusive, and they
Except for
did
Spider-Man
they did
and
like the
Helldivers.
low bullshittiest thing where they never said which ones were which. At the end, it was just like coming to PS5, gonna be on PS5 next year on PS5. Like they never once said like when like if a game was gonna be on another console. The first hint that I had, like it was like something's fishy here, was like what was that one game called? Plucky Squire, where I pretty sure we saw that first on a Nintendo Direct, and I'm like, okay, well maybe this one game is the only non PlayStation exclusive because they don't say it at the end. It's a Nintendo thing. It just says coming to PS5, and then they show other games that are also just not coming to PS5 alone. It's like Assassin's Creed was on there. Everyone thought Metal Gear Solid was a PS5 exclusive. It's not. It's a
Interesting.
it's going to be on Xbox. Like what Xbox
Mm,
did at the end of their showcase, they did a Twitter post of like, here are all these games that they show that are coming to Xbox, and it's like, wait, that's like almost the entire list. What's happening here? So it just got me really frustrated. Where it's like, I just like if I go to watch the Xbox thing, it better just be fucking Xbox exclusive. Stop showing me third party shit now, because now I just want a third party like showcase on its own. Like you tell me, okay, PlayStation Showcase, that's all PlayStation. Xbox Showcase, that's all the Xbox. Now here's another showcase that's coming to all platforms. Like that's what I just need happening from here on out.
So I have two questions and I'm done. First of all, Spider-Man, is that just for PS5?
yeah.
Just for PS5. Yep.
I'm saying it's not for PS4.
No. Only
Nope.
PS5.
Nope. Just PS5.
All right, wonder what Sal's gonna do. Um, and then the portable whatever, it's just a streaming device. It's not
Yeah,
even
it's just a
portable.
streaming device.
Which I
I
don't understand why they decide to create that.
I don't know either.
I am kind of disappointed that it's a streaming device instead of it being an actual device where I could just download certain games.
But see,
Yeah,
the thing is, you can't have it on its own. You need to have a PlayStation 5 in order to use it.
Yeah.
yeah. I heard rumors it was gonna be like a Vita, but nope.
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 Mm.
Nope. Mm-mm. You thought too high.
It's strictly everyone's calling it. It's like a Wii U, where you literally take the game that you're playing on your console and just put it into a portable. Which at this point for a PlayStation 5, and you can make the same argument for Xbox too. It doesn't matter. Like, why are you not utilizing your console on a screen that is bigger than the size of your hand? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why? Like, I don't know. Like,
Maybe it's this new generation. I don't know.
because like I can I don't know for some reason I can kind of reason out the X Cloud, but at the same time like I I think what I'm trying to define the difference between the two is that I need to be in the same location as my PS5 to play these games. Why am I choosing to do it on a handheld if I'm literally sitting in front of a big ass screen and I can just play it off the console? Like that's where I'm trying to wrap my head around is like why am I choosing in my hand versus a bigger TV in front of me? Whereas the xCloud, I can just literally play any game that I have downloaded anywhere that I want, like anywhere through Games Pass. I can just play it in a hotel room. I can play it traveling on a road trip or something. I can play it anywhere.
Yeah, but has that actually worked very well?
I just hear people say it that it's better than anything else that's out there right now because PlayStation has their remote play thing, I think.
I think they all suck.
Yeah, so either way, it's like I just don't understand why. Like, who's gonna buy this and why they thought it was a good
Yeah.
idea.
I would have prefer if you're able to connect it instead of streaming, like it being its own console. Like it would have been awesome because like just streaming is going to be super bad, especially if you have not strong Wi-Fi.
Yep.
It's going to be very buggy. So like, I highly don't recommend playing online. Any multiplayer game or even I don't know, even story game. I mean, I just see it because like for me at least, like I have a big TV. My PlayStation is located in just one location, and it's where like my wife watches TV. So like if I'm bored and I want to play something, I'll grab it and play that. But I have a Switch, so I don't know.
Yeah, but would you really be satisfied playing like I don't know Final Fantasy on a small handheld? Like, would you actually choose that? Right, your wife's watching TV, watching the show, and you're like, God damn it,
Mhm.
new
Also,
Final
do we
Fantasy
know the
game coming
price?
out. Some
It's
people are saying like
two,
$200, $300.
Not worth
yeah, around there, yeah.
Would you choose? Would you actively think that you're gonna choose to play a new Final Fantasy game on a handheld as opposed to just waiting to play it on your big screen?
I mean, if I have no choice, yeah.
Maybe if it's like your second or third playthrough, but if it's your first time, I don't know about that, man.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like, are you gonna play like Legend of Zelda handheld with the Switch on
That's
your
why
first
it's docked.
playthrough? Hmm?
Yeah, but that's if I don't have the TV in front of me. If I'm somewhere
Yeah.
else.
But yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like, man, I'm on vacation. Shit, a new game came out for the Switch. Oh, I just have my Switch with me while I'm traveling. Like, and I can still play the game. Where you can't do that with the PlayStation thing,
Yeah, you have to connect it with Wi-Fi.
and you have to be in the same location with your PS5.
Well, you know, that's why I bring my PS5
Anyway,
everywhere.
the PS5 showcase was really stupid. I really thought it was just stupid. I was expecting to see some really big titles, some I guess some like my even if it's like title cards of like The Last of Us Online shit or
I'm
obviously we got Spider-Man 2 or like something like I don't know, like major stuff, but it was just hard for me to decipher how can I be excited about possibly getting a PS5 if this is not a PS5 exclusive, where I can like,
I
oh,
am
I can play that on my Xbox. All right, I can maybe decide to play it on my PC.
yeah, I am disappointed that they didn't announce, and of course this is just me. I was hoping for them to announce a remake of Bloodborne, and no, nope.
That's an unnecessary remake, but sure.
Oh no, super necessary. What are you talking about?
The game literally just came out like not even
Bloodborne?
5 years
No,
ago.
it came out like in 2015.
I don't know. It just seems too early for a remake.
But yet again, we have fucking like Last of Us coming out
Hey, that's a Sony thing.
and Elden Ring. How many fucking Elden Rings have there been?
How many Spider-Man reboots have there been?
No, that's different. It's reboots.
It's a
I'm talking about remastered.
What about the best one of them all, GTA remastered?
I don't know. We'll see if Xbox is the same bullshit. I hope not.
I think they are. It's gonna be the same thing, more likely.
Which their thing is like 2 hours, I think, at least, because they have the
Oh,
Starfield Direct on top of that shit.
oh no, we've got it. They have was it Biosoft, whatever, Bioware, Bio
Yeah,
bitch,
Bethesda.
Bethesda, yeah, that one.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa!
So we'll see. I don't know. That's next Sunday. Yeah, I think that's next Sunday.
I'm more
But
interested
but
in the Apple event coming up.
Summer Games Fest starts this Thursday, so we might be seeing more shit or before Sunday.
Yeah,
And
maybe
yeah,
big sales are coming up.
yep.
The Apple event.
But that's not the iPhone yet.
I
No,
don't
that's not
know,
the.
but I'm interested to see what they talk about.
Well,
Apple Watch.
okay, operating system, sure. All right.
Hmm.
New
Um,
Apple Home.
there you go. PlayStation Showcase gets a red card for me.
Red
Red
card.
card it is.
All right. Now we're done. So follow those things that Mike said about 10 minutes ago, and then other
Yeah.
than that, any final words, gentlemen?
Uh, we are family.
I beat Hogwarts Legacy.
Did you 100% it though?
No.
Then you're not a
I'm
true Hogwarts fan.